are you talking about? The plate is like this big. What's up, everybody? Hello.
Hey, softball freaks.
Well, we've got a special guest with us today.
We sure do.
Miss Guera.
Guera. Yep, there she is. FloSoftball doggo.
She's been named the FloSoftball doggo.
She's so excited to be here.
Mm-hmm.
She's panting heavily. I'd maybe put her on the mic.
Yeah.
She can't really control her excitement.
She was born for this.
She was. She's ready for her moment.
She didn't start off a softball fan, but obviously we came together. She enjoys the sport. She loves fetch.
Yes.
I think she would have been a center fielder, if you ask me.
I think she has the athleticism for it.
Yeah,
without
totally.
a doubt. Without a doubt. Look at that doggo. Such a good girl.
Such a good girl. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Oh, she got a little shy.
She did.
She got
that's
a little
okay.
shy.
She'll open up as we go along.
She needs a little warm-up time. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We have quite a bit to talk about. Obviously, I can't even believe season is winding down.
Let's talk about the fact that we're going to be talking about conference standings and tournaments
and then postseason
and
before
you
know it.
What happened to 2019?
It's going by
Does
quite
Doggo
fast.
know? Do you know what happened? She doesn't know either.
She's just like, hold my hand. I need you to get through.
She's getting a little camera shy. She's like, I need to hold my hand. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, so we're going to be talking conference winners, tournament predictions, all of it.
Yep. And also just released the 10 last finalists, well, the top 10 finalists for USA Player of the Year.
Which
So
who
that's
doesn't
pretty
love
exciting.
to talk about Player of the Year?
Yeah, let's all
love
get
it.
on our soapbox.
So let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Conference winners. Anything surprise you?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't think any of us or anybody predicted that Alabama would have finished first in the SEC.
No.
Now,
Sarah's upset about it.
You know, I'm not upset. They're not going to win the tournament. I know that's a later portion of the show, but they're definitely not my prediction to win the SEC. But I don't think anybody at the beginning of the season was like, yep, Alabama's going to win the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. If you're out there and you said Alabama was going to win the SEC, I want you to comment. Let us know.
And if you're a non-Bama fan, and that's what you predicted.
Yeah. No,
you can't be a
Crimson
Bama fan, and then it's like, I predict. Come on.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
But if you were like impartial, like, oh, Alabama has the team to do it, we want to hear from you. I certainly would not have had them winning the conference. That's
Look,
crazy.
I think a lot of things came together for them. Obviously, the addition of Montana Fouts was extremely important. But I think the addition of Cornell and Goodman was huge to that pitching staff that lost Alexis Osorio. And not to mention, their offensive production this year was just like far better this year than it was last year. Last year, they struggled.
Well, and Hemphill alone, she has probably 54, 55 RBIs. So
Something like that. She likes to hit the dingers.
She does what she needs to do, you know. So yeah, you make a really good point. Like they kind of coalesced, but I still don't think they're the best team in the SEC.
Well, I mean,
their record shows it,
they
but
are.
I
They beat
don't.
LSU. They beat Florida.
I don't think they're going to win the tournament.
Like, how many more people do they have to beat?
All of them, all over again in the tournament.
Look, I think they're very deserving of a top 3 spot nationally.
For sure, they have the record to prove it.
But I think you're being a little too harsh on them. I think they've proved that they're pretty damn consistent. And they have a coach who's won a national championship.
Yeah. Listen, they are a very good team. I do not think they're going to win the tournament.
What do you think? Oh, no comment.
No comment. No comment. That was a hard no comment. She's keeping her cards close to her body.
No.
Right here.
I mean, are you going for the Georgia Bulldogs? Oh, wow.
I don't think she likes Bulldogs.
Wow.
I don't think she likes them. I think that's what.
I feel like she's an LSU fan.
I think that's what.
It goes with her color scheme.
Yeah.
Go
Again, no comment. Maybe, well, it's okay, pups. We'll figure out what you like. So Alabama won the SEC. Michigan won the Big Ten.
Yeah, and
anybody surprised there?
Honestly, what a thriller at the end. Really, the Big Ten Conference came down to this last weekend, and one of the most epic matchups between Minnesota and Northwestern. Northwestern was in the driver's seat this entire Big Ten season. But I tell you what, I think Minnesota has a chance to make it to the World Series. I dare to say that they have Amber Pfizer.
Okay.
And offensively, they can hang with anybody. Okay. Now, they did lose to Florida. Yeah, but we all know this. Once postseason hits, if they can really hit on all cylinders and everything's flowing, I think they have a potential to upset somebody. I mean, how cool would that be?
Yeah. Are they your official pick for Big Ten? Are we going there with predictions yet?
Well, for the tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm going for Minnesota. Right. I think they're going to win
Minnesota.
They won last year.
That's true.
And they did. It was a close battle between them and Northwestern, but I think it's going to I think they're going to be in the final game for sure. Yeah.
I'm going with Michigan in the Big Ten. I know Northwestern and Minnesota are very good this season. And Minnesota Northwestern is a really, really good team. For me, it's between Northwestern and Minnesota and Michigan, but I'm going with Michigan.
I'm gonna go with Northwestern.
Oh, okay.
I've been behind them the entire season. I can't stop now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I would be with Northwestern, but seeing how Minnesota absolutely dominated. She's with me.
She is. She's 100% with you.
I thought the first game one, close game. Danielle Williams threw a hell of a game. Came down to a wild pitch. Unfortunate. But I tell you what, the game on Saturday and Sunday, to me, they left no doubt. This team could play. They can hit it out of the park. They can go gap to gap. They have an ace in the circle who can throw a ton of innings when it matters. So I'm very excited for that program who hit a bump in the road, right? You lose Kendall Linneman, and people are wondering if you can still compete nationally. And this team did not skip a beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, golden gophers, golden retrievers. You're all about the golden
obviously
animals.
Here.
That's what I'm taking away from it. So Florida State and Virginia Tech, there are the ACC is split into two.
Yeah. Coastal and Atlantic.
Coastal and Atlantic. Florida State and Virginia Tech were at the top of those respective divisions. Any surprises there?
I mean, I was surprised that Florida State lost the series to Louisville and then lost the series against North Carolina. I was surprised by that. I mean, I do think those teams could have snagged a game from them, but to just outright lose the series, that was surprising to me. But come on, you guys, we saw this last year. Florida State hit a couple bumps in the road, and nobody was talking about them winning a national championship. And where were they on the last day? Hoisting up that trophy.
Winning a national championship. Virginia. What is surprising to me is Virginia Tech actually has the better record. She's shy. She just wants some me time off the camera. Virginia Tech had a better record. Their conference record is 20-4. Florida State is 19-5. That I would not have predicted going into the season. I think Florida State has this wrapped up. ACC.
We'll see. I mean, they almost lost the ACC tournament last year, and that tournament was what catapulted them. That was a turning point for them in their season. I felt like we saw postseason Anna come to life. Wow, that game was absolutely pivotal to their season last season. But
I'm going with Florida State.
Florida State
in the ACC. Allie?
I'm going Florida State as well.
Oh, are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm going to
because you also have Notre Dame, who's second in the Atlantic with 18-6, and then you have North Carolina.
They beat Florida State too.
And North Carolina is second in the Coastal, 17-7. So they're all there. It's not clear cut like it has been in previous years in the ACC. It's definitely It's definitely a tight one. And then you throw Virginia Tech in there now.
Yeah, man. As much as I'd like to go for the underdog, I have to go with Florida State.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's their year. They're gonna go for it.
Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Who would have thought Arizona would have got swept by Washington? Who thought that? Show of hands.
No.
Pups? She's trying to lift her hand.
Yeah.
No, that was surprising. That was
What'd
surprising.
you say?
What'd she say?
She doesn't like cats.
Okay. She's definitely a Husky fan then.
Yeah, she's all about the dogs.
I don't know how she feels
for the
about Bruins and Bears. She's probably all Washington. Mm-hmm. Yep. That made them both 17-4 in conference. Mm-hmm. Both Washington and Arizona are 17-4. UCLA is 19-2.
Yeah.
I think everybody at this point knows where I stand on the Pac and UCLA.
Yeah. I mean, they still have one more weekend to go, I believe, right?
Yes.
UCLA and Arizona face off.
Yes.
Is that?
I believe so.
It looks like that might be at UCLA.
Somebody give us a little check here. I think it is at UCLA.
The final series.
Let me take a look here.
But I think, honestly, Washington looked very, very good this past weekend.
Yeah,
we know what they're capable of. But
Arizona is going to UCLA. That's where they finish out. So,
there's going to be a lot. That's going to be a sold out.
Oh my! It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I think UCLA definitely takes that series for sure. But I just don't think anybody can really go toe to toe with UCLA. I don't see it.
Yeah, we've had this discussion before. Look,
I sound like a broken record?
I think this season, I mean, it just depends on who's a little luckier than the other. And
who do you think is going to be lucky during the tournament?
The NCAA tournament?
No, the Pac-12.
There is no Pac-12.
Oh yeah.
tournament.
Oh okay. Well, who's going to win the Pac?
I think UCLA will win it.
Yeah.
I can see UCLA sweeping, but I mean they did drop one game against Stanford this past weekend. We'll see if they'll shore things up this weekend. But historically this has been a big rivalry.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's an understatement.
Yeah. So I think UCLA is going to be a little bit more amped going into this last series of the Pac. That's
Allie,
my thoughts.
anything on the Pac? Who's going to win?
Oh, UCLA. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Glad we're all on the same page there.
Yeah. How about Louisiana having one of their best seasons ever?
I know, right?
Under Coach Jerry Glasgow.
And with all the drama that has been around that program for the last year or so, just really kind of killing it over there in the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
Conference.
They have solid pitching, solid hitting.
That's what you need.
And today is the start of the Sun Belt tournament. We'll see how they do. We're in a bit of a rain delay.
Yeah.
So small rain delay.
Yeah. I don't know if any games are going to happen today.
Do you think anybody can go toe to toe with the Raging Cajuns?
I think Louisiana wins this one outright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they leave any doubt.
That's kind of where I am. That's where I am. Mm-hmm. Allie, anything?
I'm right there with y'all.
Right there on the Raging Cajun train?
Yep.
I think Pups, well, she's so bored we're talking about, obvious winners.
She's like waiting for snack time.
She's waiting for us to make predictions on the SEC probably because we have not done that yet. But Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner in the Big 12.
Yeah,
undefeated. They are undefeated in what has become a pretty solid conference. Mm-hmm. Oklahoma State.
They were picked 4th in the preseason polls to finish 4th, and they finished 2nd. Obviously, that big series win over Texas is what kind of pushed them over the edge. The team can play. They're just not, Oklahoma's better.
Yeah.
And, throw up your horns because Texas is 3rd in the Big 12.
Yeah.
They've had a phenomenal season with their first season under Mike White. But, yeah.
How about Baylor not even making the tournament?
I know. That's what surprised me, too. I was like, well.
Baylor didn't make it.
Baylor's 2-16.
They didn't make
conference.
it. Kansas edged them out, and that was a coaching change there.
At 3-15, Kansas edged them out of the tournament. Yeah, that was surprising.
I was waiting for them to start kicking it, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. Pitching.
Mm-hmm.
You need pitching.
Yep. So it's kind of back to the drawing board there. Their team, I mean, they're not going to be out of the race for too long. It's just expect Texas to get stronger. Expect Oklahoma State to get stronger. We know what Oklahoma's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, those Sooners right now.
Yeah, man. Boomer Sooner, baby. That's all
I felt like
say.
the Texas series just helped sharpen their knives going into Bedlam against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they look really, really good.
Yeah, and I feel like Jocelyn Allo is about to hit a turning point right now in the season, which is going to be huge as they enter the Big 12 tournament this weekend and then postseason after that. Unbelievable that this is happening so fast.
Okay. Big 12? Prediction?
Oklahoma.
Boomer
I mean,
Sooner,
I
baby.
really think the games that I watched with Texas was right there. The thing is, Oklahoma is so dangerous. Their lineup 1 through 9, they're so deep in the circle. Right now, Giselle Juarez, she was a little rocky to start off with, but she hasn't lost a game.
Yeah, she looks good. She looks real good right now. That might be why she's one of the finalists for Player of the Year, which we'll get to in a second. What other conferences do you want to talk about before we predict the big one?
I don't know.
SEC?
Let's go into the tournament.
Okay.
Let's go into tournament talk.
All right. You want to get into SEC?
Look, historically, the number 1 seed has not won.
That's very accurate.
The SEC. But I think this year is going to be different.
You really giving it to Alabama? Wow.
I'm going to gamble.
Wow.
This is why I don't gamble. I'm gonna go with Alabama on this one. I think they're a team that plays with a chip on their shoulder. They know people doubt them, and to take the regular season and to take the tournament, I mean that's gonna go a long ways.
They are the only team in the SEC to win 50 games this season so far. They're 50 and they're in 6. They're 18-6 in conference play.
This will be interesting how they decide to use Montana Fouts, because we know after her injury she was on a pitch count, and I feel like knowing that they're already going to have a national seed anyway, if they're going to go to her as much, that might be something to look into. Because winning the SEC tournament doesn't mean that much to them.
Right.
Yeah.
They're already going to be a top seed. They're already going to host a regional. They're more than likely going to host a super regional. So how important is this?
What do you think
I'm
they
just
do?
talking myself out of this.
You are.
Right?
You're not making a good case for yourself here.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so you're going to stick after that, all that. We're landing on Alabama for you, yes?
It's either them or Ole Miss.
You can't do that. Get out of here. Ole Miss is 13-10 in conference. They're 5th in the SEC. You have skipped over Tennessee, LSU, and Kentucky if you're going to go with Ole Miss.
Yeah, because they don't win the tournament.
All right.
When was the last time they won a tournament?
We'll come back to you and you can give your final SEC.
I mean,
it's a hard one.
Everyone remembers when Ole Miss won that SEC tournament when they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Beating off Florida.
They are on a 4-game losing streak, so it seems like they're ready for a win.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. We know who D'Angelo is going with.
We know who D'Angelo is going with. Is Nick on,
They didn't look so good against Alabama.
No.
But I'm still pulling for him, though. I'm going with LSU, so hope you're watching Nick and D'Angelo, because I'm going for LSU.
Okay. Anything to add there on the LSU?
I mean, they're also 40-15 overall, tied with Florida, but they're also on a 4-game losing streak. But hey, it's okay.
It means it's time for them to win. All right, so LSU, you're thinking about Alabama. You talked yourself out of them, perhaps, maybe live. Man, Florida's 12-12 in conference and 40-15. but I think they're going to win the tournament. Florida's my pick for SEC tournament. It's Lorenz's last year. It's Barnhill's last year. I do not anticipate them going out with a whimper with those two juggernauts.
Well,
that's my take.
What do you guys think?
If you don't like it, here's some salt for you. If you do like it, here's some more salt for you.
Let me look at this bracket.
Oh boy,
quick.
Now she's got to pull the bracket up. Pups, what do you think? She likes the Gators too. Yeah. 12-12, 40-15. LSU is.
I mean,
14-10.
Missouri could pull the wool over all of our eyes and
Ises?
all
of our eyes.
Whoops.
Yeah, I mean they're 12-12 along with Florida, Georgia, and Arkansas. So if I'm picking a 500 team, it's not out of the realm of possibility for you to pick one. But now you're just adding.
I know. I'm going down. Yeah.
It's okay. Yes. I changed my mind like 5 times.
I'm going down the rabbit hole
now.
Right. Oh shoot. This is tough.
I believe in you.
I don't know. Ole Miss.
Ole Miss? You're going with Ole Miss? So what does that bracket look like with Ole Miss?
They'd have to go through Kentucky and potentially Alabama.
I think Ole Miss can take Kentucky. They have Mississippi State. They'll win Mississippi State. They can take Kentucky. Man, Alabama and Ole Miss. I don't think they're gonna.
It's a possibility. Anything's possible, Sarah.
All right, so Ole Miss is your official.
God. Sorry for my lame prediction.
Okay, Ole Miss is. Chez is going officially with Ole Miss. She has changed it live.
And I can't speak.
Nobody's taking the top seed in the SEC, which could prove my point about Alabama, but we're not going to go there because we got to.
I'm just going after. I kind of talked myself out of that. But let's move on to Big Ten.
Big Ten. I got Michigan. Allie.
Northwestern.
Minnesota.
Big 12, we're all on the same page.
Oklahoma.
Boomer Sooner. ACC, I'm Florida State.
I'm going Florida State.
You can do this. I believe in you. Florida State is number 1 in the Atlantic. The Coastal is Virginia Tech. And then you have Notre Dame, 18-6.
Yeah.
Second under
Virginia Tech,
and then North Carolina is behind Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
I could see myself going for North Carolina.
Listen, you guys, come on, get yourselves together. This is live. These picks are live.
Florida State.
MEAC.
Yeah.
We're really streaming the MEAC championship game. Bethune-Cookman for sure.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman. Yep.
Yeah, they had some. They won some games out at Marietta this year, right?
They beat Oregon.
They've won the MEAC for years. Yeah. I think it's definitely gonna be Bethune-Cookman.
I mean, Norfolk can give them a run.
Florida A&M is also kind of in the mix. Where's my MEAC? Yeah. Both Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman were 13-2. Norfolk State was 11-4, but I'm still going with Bethune-Cookman.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my goodness, this is bad.
Yeah, I'm going with my prediction is Bethune though.
Okay, we want to hear about your predictions. You can change your mind like Chez 3-4 times. Just make comments. It's fine.
This is why I suck at gambling.
Oh, that's good. You know yourself, right? That's the important part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you weren't done with predictions, well, we got to talk about the. Oh yes, I know, Pups. I know she doesn't want to talk about Player of the Year. Down to the top 10.
We are down to the top 10.
We are down to the top 10.
We've got Abby Cheek, Mia Davidson, Alyssa DiCarlo, Rachel Garcia, Megan Good, G. Juarez, Kayla Conwent, Amanda Lorenz, Nicole Newman, and Sydney Romero.
First things first, is there anybody not on this list who you believe should be on this list?
Bailey Hemphill, in my opinion, makes a really strong case for Player of the Year. I mean, the girls put up phenomenal numbers.
Yeah, I mean, her RBIs,
they're not playing against rinky-dink teams. They don't have to pitch to her. Mm-hmm. But when they do, Kablooey.
That's the official word of here's the deal of this week. Kablooey. What you don't know is that Guera gave that to her before we started.
Kablooey.
Kablooey. She's done. She's done.
She thanks you guys for the time, but she's out.
She enjoyed her time here, but she's gotta bounce. Somebody says Alvelo should have been on that list too. Nestor, hey
that
Nestor,
makes
a little bit of
strong case.
Okay, do you want to make do you have another prediction in you, or are you predicted out? Are you kablooey with the predictions?
I think Rachel Garcia will get it again.
Okay.
Look, they're
baby goat,
a top 2 team. In some polls, they dropped UCLA to 3. I just don't agree with that.
Whoever's running those polls, I need to talk to you ASAP.
It's because they lost to Stanford and Oregon.
Baby Goat is mine as well. You look at some of the offensive numbers for the offensive players who are on here, and they're impressive. You look at the ERAs for some of the pitchers, but then you look at Baby Goat, and it's just like she's doing all of it.
There's nobody who.
I just don't. I want somebody to make a case for me for a different player of the year. Allie, what? Yeah. Who? Yeah. No.
Let me. Sorry, I was about to say
Baby Goat.
With Bailey Hemphill, she's 4 in the nation in RBIs. 69.
Yeah. 69.
Yeah. She has more RBIs than Mia Davidson.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not detracting from what Mia Davidson is doing. I think she should be on the list too. I don't know. The only one that's closest to me who's pretty close to making a run against Baby Goat is Megan Good.
Yeah. She's
similar type player, hits and pitches. Her pitching numbers, pitching wise, she's not a Rachel Garcia.
Right.
But offensively, I mean, the girl's got, 56 RBIs.
That's impressive.
As a pitcher hitter.
Yeah.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I just don't think when it comes down to like you made the point that UCLA is a top 5 team, no matter which way you slice it. JMU isn't necessarily up there in those rankings.
Still a top 25 team.
They definitely are a top 25 team, but I think Baby Goat is my pick.
Yeah, I think just pitching wise, that's where Baby Goat has a leg up.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Because she's second in ERA in the country. Is that what we're looking at? That's what we're talking about.
Take a look.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have multiple.
Shailene O'Leary, it has a .48 ERA, which is bananas. She only has 87 innings pitched though, and then Rachel Garcia with 127 innings pitched has a .71 ERA. Like just crazy. Get out of here.
Yeah, position players. I don't know. No one in my opinion right now is gonna edge Rachel Garcia out. If someone does, it's because they wanted to change up who it was and they didn't want it to be back to back. Rachel Garcia,
which is not a valid reason in my opinion.
No, it's not
at all. Give it to the best player right now, Rachel Garcia, in my opinion, in my very humble opinion.
But great players on this list.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see Bailey Hemphill, especially for them to be a top 3 team.
Sure.
But I think the whole position thing is probably what got her.
That's fair. I think that's probably good call. Accurate.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, what's coming up? What we got?
Well,
what's next?
We have rankings like every day.
All the rankings all the time.
Player rankings. We'll have club rankings rolling out before the season starts. Very excited about that. We have the Big 12 tournament this weekend. We have the MEAC tournament championship this weekend as well. So lots of softball all day every day.
That's what we're about here at FloSoftball.
We'd like to thank our special guest, Guera.
Yes. Phenomenal job
for
the first us. 25 minutes.
She did a great job.
5.
She was a little nervous.
She did.
Before she got on the show. But
And she didn't have her handkerchief or her bow ties.
Yeah, she didn't feel prepared. So next time she's going to be a little bit more prepared going into the next show.
Yeah.
If she's allowed.
I think she did a great job, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
That's it.